Okay, in the database, whatever you give in the owner name, it will take. That's it. Are you clear, please, everyone? Understanding? Are you clear? Yes? Okay, now, next concept. Next concept is versioning. Versioning. What is versioning? Okay, what is versioning? Difference between normal and bulk and normal. I'll give one video today. So did you watch the videos, guys? Indexes and views. Okay, I have given 4 videos, right? Lookup, what is that? Lookup performance tuning. How to improve the performance of lookup. Lookup cache I given. Okay, and I given stop and error, stop and a bar, indexes and views. Indexes and views. Today, I will give performance tuning and control M. Performance tuning and control M. And control M video. Okay, this will be 2.5 hour video. So you need to watch it. You need to watch it. Okay. Yes. Now we'll go to versioning. Now we'll go to versioning. Yes, please. Yeah. So now there are, if you don't have versioning in your project, okay, if you don't have versioning in your project, you will not see these write marks. Are you seeing these green write marks everywhere? Are you seeing these green write marks everywhere? Not only here in the workflow manager also. Everywhere you will see the green write marks. Yes, please. Okay. This green write marks, if you have, means there is versioning enabled. Or in the versioning, if it is, when you click on any workflow, go to versioning. If it is enabled, either check marks are there or this will be enabled like this. So then in your project, there is versioning concept. Suppose in your project, there is no versioning concept. First, number one, in your project, there is no versioning concept. Versioning, it's a special, actually versioning should require special license. From 10, from before 9, before 10, versioning does not have free. That is a special license. But now they given free. Now, in your project, there is no, this is not enabled. These write marks are not there, or this versioning is not enabled. Means what will happen? Suppose, okay, let's see. I am the only person. I am the only Informatica developer in my project. I am the only Informatica developer in my project. Okay. Yes, please. They given 3 mappings. They given 4 mappings. Should complete in 1 month. Should complete in 1 month. First, they given 4 mappings to me. I should complete these 4 mappings in 1 month. Later, what they told, client is having urgent requirement. I should complete this in 50 days only. What to do now? No. What I should do? If I run daily, if I work daily 8 hours, I can complete these 4 mappings in 1 month. Then what should I do? But I should complete this in 15 days only. What should I do? What should I do? I should work for 16 hours, correct? One option is I should work for 16 hours per day. Nobody can work 16 hours per day. Maximum how many hours? 10 to 12 hours a person can work. 10 to 12 hours a person can work. But people will be like me, I can work 18 hours also. Okay. Okay, I can work 18 hours also. I have worked in one of the project for 6 months. Daily 14 to 15 hours or 16 hours we worked. That's a different story. People who is having interest only they can work. Who normally will work, they can work only. 1 second, please. It. Hello. Yeah. So I cannot work. So normally what if these kind of critical projects, if a person, suppose if he works for 13 hours today, he will take 2 days leave. Okay, because he will feel sick. Fine. So normally that is why what we do normally if we have this kind of critical projects, we will be having offshore team and onshore team both. Offshore team means who are working in India, who are working in India. Onshore or onsite team means who are working outside of India, correct? Who are working outside of India. Normally 70% or 60% of the projects will be from US only. Indian economy or not Indian economy, Indian software market is depend on US market. Okay. Now 60% of the projects which we are working are US clients. So who are working outside of India means suppose US. Now Ravi is working in India, that is in Bangalore. Ram is working in US. Ravi can work from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. He can work, correct? Indian time, IST. Yes, please. Can he work? On the same mapping. Mapping one, what he will do. Guys, are you there? Are you there understanding what I'm saying? So, Ravi will work from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. IST in India morning hours. Okay. So, Ram can work on the same day, same mapping from his 7 p.m. to his 7 p.m. to somewhere around 6 our case. Okay. So in 7 p.m. IST to 7 p.m. IST to 5 a.m. IST or something. Correct. Yes, guys. Yes, please. So my nights, Ram will work. My mornings, Ravi will work. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do? Suppose a mapping is divided. A mapping is divided between both. Okay. First, today I am starting a mapping from India. What I will do? Suppose I am Ravi. I'll create a mapping. M underscore something I am doing a mapping. Okay. So I will do the mapping today. Agents take a filter. Okay, today. 1 second, guys. Please wait. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So what I will do on my morning time, I came to office. I did this. Okay. So one more thing I want to tell. Normally, how to create a target? I shown you 3 ways, right? I shown you 3 ways to create a target. Guys, yes or no? One way is what? Create a table in target. and database and import it. One more way, copy the source to target and rename it. One more way is go to target designer, targets, create. One more way, fourth way. From filter, what I will do, see, right click on filter, right click on filter. Are you seeing create and add target? Or right click on filter, where on this red mark, red color. Create and add target. Target has come. Is that came? But what you do? Now you should drag the target into target designer. What is the target name? Target name is agents1. No, target table name is filter FIL trans. Now you should drag that FIL trans to target designer, rename it, suppose agents underscore T, and generate and execute. Agents underscore T. After that, generate and execute. Understanding? So what I have done, I'll show you again. So what I am doing now, I want to generate a target, whatever there in the filter, all the things should come to target. Suppose right click on this target, filter, create and add target. Whatever the name it is showing is, see, filter transformation 1. Whatever the name it has given, the same name I given. Now it has given, now go to targets, take that one and rename as per this. For any transformation, it is available. For source qualifier, it is available. For any transformation, not only filter. Any transformation, if you have, right click on any transformation, and if you generate and add target, it will generate. Are you clear? Understood, guys? One more way. See, these are the small things we will do in real time, okay? Because we know all the options we will do quickly. But I am showing you one by one whenever the time comes. Yes, please. Are you clear? So generate, done, finish. Okay, that's how you need to add. Now suppose we added and it done. Mapping is done. This is the mapping. Now mapping is done. Normally, when we go, that means when we log off our system, we should disconnect our repository. Normally, I will suppose I did not disconnect the repository. I just locked my system. I went to home. Now, Ravi should work on the same mapping, right? Today night, Ravi should work on the same mapping. So Ravi has worked from India. Now Ram should work on this mapping. Tonight, their morning time. Our night time is their morning time. 2 years people. Now what he will do? He will open designer in his system. In Ram system. Ram will open in Ram system. Okay. Guys, 1 second, please wait. 1 second, please wait. Yeah. Okay. So now what he will do? Ram will log into his system. So he went to here. Okay. He will open designer. And now he will connect to the folder. Same folder he should connect, right? He should connect with his ID password anyways. And he will open this folder. When he opened, he got an error. See please. Did he get an error? The attempt to get the right intent lock on the mapping agents failed due to the conflict lock. User administrator and the computer name, running in the designer obtained a right intent lock on the mapping. Please try again. That means Ram cannot edit this mapping. Try. He can do anything? He cannot do anything on this mapping because it is locked with Ravi name. It is locked because he did not disconnected the repository. While he is leaving to home from office, what he should do? He should disconnect the repository. Understanding? When you disconnect the repository, now if he Ram opens, now see, now this will not come. This error will not come. Did you check this? Understanding? When you don't have versioning concept, in your project, versioning, that means this is not enabled. Suppose this window, when you click on any mapping and go to versioning, if it is disabled all, then if anybody wanted to work on your mapping, if anybody wanted to work on your mapping, what you should do? You should disconnect your repository in repository manager, designer, workflow manager. Monitor is fine. Monitor, if you don't disconnect also, that's not a problem. Are you clear? Understanding, everyone? Are you clear, please? Understood? Clear? So, normally what in one of the project, when I was in Capgemini, I have 6 persons. I have multiple persons can't able to see in real time how these things will work is in real time. There will be one server, okay? One server. This is Informatica server. Informatica server. Whether installed under Windows or Unix or whatever. In some laptop, some system, we don't know which system it is. Some remote system, they will install Informatica server. Okay, in real time. This is I am telling in real time. And suppose I am having 6 team members. All 6 team members having 6 laptops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 laptops we have. We have 6 laptops. All 6 people will connect to the same server. Yes, please. Correct, guys? That is why in real time, we will always install Informatica client in our system. We will not install Informatica server. Understood? Everyone? So by using what? This will be having a host name. So what is the host name in your system? Your computer name will be the host name. Normally, in your system, so when you go to repository, configure domains, and what is this host name? Your computer name. In real time, the host name will be some IP address. 192.180.1.1 like this. Like this IP address will be there. Gateway host and port number is same 6005 or 6006, whatever they given. So and for every user, there will be a separate username password. For every user, there will be separate username and a password. For for guy 1, there will be his username, password. These are all connected to the same repository because repository will be there in where? In the repository will be there in where? A repository will be there in server. We will connect to the same repository, same folder they will work on. So all these things who will do this? Informatica administrator will do. Informatica administrator will create the repositories, will install Informatica server, will create the repositories, will create the integration service, will create the folders, will create the username passwords also. Are you clear? This is how in real time Informatica works. This can be installed under Windows. This can be installed under Unix. But these clients will be always installed under Unix Windows only, correct? Informatica client will be always be installed under client under Windows only. Under Windows only. You cannot install. Okay, what I can say, client in Unix. Client will be always in Windows only. Are you clear? Are you clear, please? Understanding? Yes? Yeah, that's all. So that is why when you don't disconnect your repository while you are leaving, if any other person want to work on your mapping, means he cannot work until you disconnect your repository. So that's why in one of the project I have 6 members. I have 6 members in my team. I am the team lead. While they join the project, I will set up a meeting and I will tell clearly that. So in this 8 members I have. 8 members I have. In this, 4 members are offshore, 4 members are on-site. And I am the team lead for both. I'll tell you, I'm coming to the point. What is the use of versioning? To give a background, I am telling all these things. To give a background of versioning, I am telling this much. Just wait. So in one of the project, 4 members in offshore, 4 members in on-site. Okay. So on the first day only, I will tell everyone that because one mapping will be divided by 2 persons, because every day, morning India people will work, night time US people will work. You should disconnect your repositories, I will tell to everyone. So in these 8 members, 6 members will do correctly, but 2 or 3 persons will be there. Either they will do wantedly or not wantedly, they will not disconnect the repository. One day what happened? Let's say Ram and Ravi only, just for example. Ravi has not disconnected repository. He went to home at 8 o'clock. Or 7 o'clock or 6:30 only, he went to home. Who? Ravi. Ravi went to home in India. Now Ram came at 7:30 and he tried to open the mapping. It is locked. Now what he has done at 8 o'clock or 8:30, Ram has called me because I am the team lead. First he called Ravi. Ravi did not pick the call. Then he called me. So that told that so Ravi has not disconnected his repository. So it is in lock status. So can you call him and can you unlock it? Can you disconnect? He told. I called to Ravi. When I called to Ravi, what he told? I will ask Ravi. Ravi, can you disconnect your repository? So he don't have laptop. He'll be working on desktop only. So I will tell, can you go to office and can you disconnect, because entire waste will be wasted for entire night will be wasted for RAM. Okay. So now Ravi, what he will tell, I am 15 kilometers from my office. I cannot go to office. So that means, so entire night is wasted for RAM. Correct? His entire night is wasted for RAM. Entire day for him. So like this, I will see 2-3 times. If they do the same thing, I'll release in the project. That is one problem. One problem is if you don't have versioning, concept, one problem is mapping lock. Number 2, anybody, if you locked your, suppose if you disconnect your repository, suppose you disconnected, you completed one mapping today. What I will do, I have some problem with you. So what I will do, I'll connect with my username password and I will delete your mapping directly. So 1 month you worked on this mapping. Suppose you worked on this mapping 1 month. I will delete this mapping directly. When I delete, you cannot get it back. When I delete this mapping, you cannot be getting back. That means there is no security, correct? Security issue with the mappings, correct? Yes, please. So I can catch you. So easily they can catch me. I deleted it, but deletion is deletion only. You have to work on your mapping again. 1 month rework we have to do. To overcome this, they have implemented, to overcome these two, they have implemented versioning. So when you don't have versioning, whatever you do on the daily basis, you take a backup. Suppose you completed this mapping today. While going to home, before going to home, go to repository, export objects. Go to repository and export objects. Yes, please. Okay, understanding? Everyone? 1 second, let me connect. 1 second, let me connect. So you done this mapping today. This mapping m underscore agents 1. This mapping you done. After your work completion, you take a backup. Repository, export objects. So you create one backup folder on desktop or D drive or C drive everywhere. In the backup, normally what I do, I'll take every day one folder I'll create. Today's date. Whatever I do the work on Informatica, I will export it. If somebody deletes also, you have it, you can import it. Yes, please. So on daily basis, whatever you do work, you can go to select it, go to repository and export objects, and you take the backup. Are you clear? Understood, everyone? Because if somebody deleted, they will first ask you, do you have backup? Suppose one person deleted. My team lead will ask you first question, what? Somebody deleted your mapping, but your team lead will ask, did you take the backup of your mapping? If it is how to take a backup, export, please. Don't ask me again the same thing. No need to, don't ask me again, same thing. Just select the mapping, repository, export object, save. When you save, source will export, target will export, mapping will export. If you export workflow will export, session will export, mapping will export, source will export, target will export. Don't ask me again and again. Are you clear? Understood? So to get a safer side, to be a safer side, you always take a backup on daily basis. Yes or no? Are you clear? Everyone? Yes, please respond. Are you clear? Okay. So now, so to overcome all these problems, they have implemented versioning concept. What is a versioning concept? What is versioning concept? We will see now. Suppose you created one mapping. What mapping? M underscore 2. I am creating one mapping. When I am clicking on OK, by default right mark will come, correct? By default right mark will come, yes or no? Okay, fine. Now I'll drag the source. I'll drag the source. I'll drag the target. I will drag the target and I will use some transformations in between. And I will use some transformations in between. And I will send to target. Okay. So now your mapping is done. Somebody want to work on your mapping. Now, when you create a mapping, by default, it is in checked out status. By default, in versioning, there are two things. Check-in, check-out. In versioning, there are two concepts. Again, check-in, check-out. Number one, by default, every mapping is in checked out status. Every mapping by default in checked out status. Are you clear? This is called checkout status. Right mark is a checkout status. If anybody wanted to access your mapping, if anybody wanted to change or edit your mapping, you should check in first. You should check in the mapping first. That means, suppose you are Ravi, you want to give the access to, you are having version concept now. It's a secured concept. Now you want to give, Ravi should access you, Ram should access your mapping. What you should do? Right click on the mapping. Today work is done. You have to give the access to Ram. Right click on the mapping, versioning, check in, or click on the mapping, go to versioning, check in, and write the check-in comments. Added aggregated transformation. So whatever you have done, you can write n number of transformation. Okay. Added aggregated transformation I given and click on OK. Now the right mark has gone. Now the right mark has gone for M2, mapping 2. Once the right mark has gone, nobody can edit your mapping. See, leave about source qualifier, nobody can edit. Now Ram want to edit your mapping. Suppose Ram want to edit your mapping. Now Ram should check out first. If anybody wanted to work on a checked in mapping, they should check out first. Now it is a checked in mapping. Everybody can see this mapping, but they cannot delete or they cannot do anything. Now delete, try to delete. M2 cannot be deleted without first checking out of the objects. Without checking out, you cannot delete this mapping. So now Ram wanted to edit this mapping, want to work on this mapping. What he will do? He will log in his system with his user ID password. Normally, what is the Informatica user ID password will be like your first name and last name. Natraj.v or Raj.a, like that, whatever. First name dot last name or short forms they will give. They'll give the user ID. So he will connect his system. He will open the folder, same folder, and he will right click on it, versioning and checkout. Or click on the checked in mapping, go to versioning, checkout. And why I want to checking out? To add filter transformation. I am checking out this mapping because I want to add a filter transformation. Now Ram will add filter. Ram will add filter transformation. Okay. He will do some changes. Now again, tomorrow morning, today night, Ram is work done. He want to give the access to Ravi, right? He want to give the access to Ravi, yes or no? Yes, please. Now what Ram should do? Ram should check in. Right click on the mapping, versioning, check in. What he added? Filter transformation. Done. Done. Now it is check in. Now again Ravi will come tomorrow morning. He will check out again. Versioning, check out. Why? He want to work on this mapping to add sorter transformation. Okay, done. Now what he will do? He want to add a sorter. Somewhere. Just an example I'm saying. He want to add a sorter. Okay. He want to add a sorter. Now done. Now done. Okay. Done. Once it is done, what will happen? Once it is done, what will happen now? Now Ravi want to give the access to Ram. Now what he will do, Ravi, he will check in again. He will check in. Added sorted transformation. So now how many times 2 persons edited this mapping? First time aggregator added, second time filter, third time sorter. Now right click on the 3 times they edited the mapping, correct? 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? Now right click on the M2 mapping, versioning, view history. Versioning and view history. Now see please. It will give the entire history of your mapping. Number 1, version 1. Added aggregator on which date, what time, who has done, on which laptop, who has done, what they are done, who has done, what time they are done, and what time. Suppose version 1 you want to see. This mapping version 1. Right click on it, open in workspace. Right click on it, open in workspace. See here. First time only aggregator V1. This is V1. Yes or no? Yes, please. Now suppose you want to see version 2. Versioning, view history. Right click on this, open in workspace. Now see. Added filter version 2. Now current version, just open. Then that is current version. That is M3, third version. Are you clear? Understood? Understood the concept? By checking out, he can delete the mapping, but the previous version will be there. He can delete whatever he checked out, but he cannot delete the previous thing. Suppose I can delete checkout, okay, to add a joiner, and I will give, I can delete it. When I delete, it will delete your version, not the previous version. It will go off it here, but your Informatica administrator can recover that. Till third version, your Informatica administrator can recover. You cannot recover, but you have to tell to your administrator, somebody deleted my mapping. Somebody deleted my mapping. Okay. You cannot work same time. You cannot work same time. 2 persons cannot work on a same time on a single mapping. Only 1 person can work on one mapping. That's it. 2 persons cannot work on the same time on a single mapping. Real time we will work like this. If you delete, you checked out with his name, whatever you do changes, that will delete. But till that checked in, it will not delete. It will be there in the repository. Your Informatica administrator can recover it. Are you clear? Understood? Everyone? Understanding, guys? So whenever, see, suppose you created, one second, please. Okay. Suppose, see, you created one mapping. This is the first mapping you created. That means it is in checked out status. Until you check in this mapping, nobody can see your mapping also. Until you check in this mapping, nobody can see your mapping. Are you clear? Understanding? If you check out a mapping, suppose you created one mapping, but you did not check it in one time also. At least they cannot see in the repository. If they open, they will not see, they are unable to see your mapping also. Once you check in, then they can see. A checked in mapping, how to work on a check-in mapping? Suppose I want to work on this map. I want to work on this mapping. This is a check-in mapping. You want to check out first. If you wanted to work on this mapping, you want to check out again. Are you clear? Understood? Everyone? You want to check out again. Understanding? Everyone? He cannot work. If Ravi forget to check in, Ram cannot work on it. Suppose now you checked out again. You checked out. Okay? Some other person want to work on your mapping. They cannot work. Because for them it will show check-in only. For them it will show check-in only. Are you clear? Understanding? Everyone? So if you wanted to give the access to anyone, you should check in first. You should check it, but always take a backup. Why you want to go to your Informatica administrator and ask? You take a backup always, whether you have check-in concept or version concept or not. So normally what we will do, see, daily, if suppose you are only working, suppose, okay, mapping disadvantages is not overcome. Why? Why it will not overcome? For sure it will overcome. They want to check in first. Yeah, if you have to check in, you should follow the process. If you don't follow the process, we cannot do anything. You should follow the process. Okay. So now what I can do is, okay, number one, if you want to give the access to anyone, first check in it first. Suppose you are only working, nobody are working in your mapping. Suppose nobody are working in your mapping in your project. Only you are working. You no need to check in and check out daily. If you are the person only working on your mapping daily, you no need to check in and check out on daily basis. Before you deploy the code to testing, you check in. Before you deploy the code to testing, you please check in at finally. Are you clear? If daily two persons are working the same mapping, daily you should check it and check out. But if you are only the person, you took suppose 15 days to work on one mapping. Work on one, what is that? 15 days. 15 days you want to work on one mapping. Nobody will work it. So let it be check out only. Let it be check out only because nobody will work on that. So after completion of unit test, everything is done. Then at last you check in. Before you deploy the code to testing, you please check in the mapping session workflow, whatever. Are you clear? Understood? Everyone? Are you clear, please? You should check in the source, target, transformations. Suppose if you have whatever you are seeing in the left side, all should check in. You should check in everything. You should check in everything. So right click on it, versioning, check in. Right click on it, versioning, and you should give the versioning concept, versioning comments. If you want to, suppose you are all working 1 month, you complete these many mappings. Now you want to send to deployment. Okay. Then at a time you can check out. At a time you can check in. What to do? Right, how to check in at a time all mappings, all objects. Right click on the folder. Right click on the folder. If suppose one by one, it is very difficult to check in, right? One by one, it is very difficult to check in, yes or no? You want to check in all at once. You want to check in all things at a time. You want to check in all the things at a time. What to do? Right click on the folder. Right click on the folder. Find checkouts. Click on OK. What to do? Right click on the folder. Find checkouts. Selected folder only. Current user only. Click on OK. Now here, select this. Everything will come here and select it. Last you select it. Now click on check in. Click on OK. Some common comment you give. Completed. Like this you give. Apply to all. All will check in now. See? See now? Did all the objects are checked in? Did all the objects are checked in? Are you clear? Yet please. All the objects are checked in. Understood everyone? So this is how to suppose workflow manager. In the workflow manager also, you want to check in all the objects. You want to check in all the objects. What to do? If you want to check in, see, these are all in checked out status only. Right mark is there means checked out status. Right mark is there means checked out status. Right click on the folder. Folder, find checkouts. Click on OK. Select the last one. Click on this. Click on OK. Completed. Apply to all. All will check in. You no need to check in again and again. Are you clear, please? If you want to check out means you need to check out one by one. Check out, you cannot check out two at a time, I guess. Can you check out? No. Check out, you should check out one by one only. Check out, you should check out one by one only. There is no option to check out all at a time, but you can check in. Are you clear? Did you understand? Did you understand? If they want to work in your mapping, they should check out and work. Correct. After checked in only will be visible to everyone. Correct. Yes, exactly. Understood, guys? Everyone, are you clear? Everyone, are you clear, please? Understanding? Are you clear? Yes. This is about check-in, check-out. Suppose one more thing I will tell. Normally 90% or 70, 80% versioning they will use in real time. Suppose there is a mapping. It is in checked out status. Now I checked out today. What I have done, I did some changes today. Already it is checked in a mapping. I checked out today. I check out today, yes or no? Yes, please. I checked out this mapping. Now I will add I am doing some work. I have added one router, aggregator, filter. But I realized that these are wrong. These three are wrong. Instead of deleting them, I can go to last checked in status. Whenever I checked out how it was, I wanted to go back to last check-in status. What to do? Right click on mapping, versioning, undo checkout. Versioning, undo checkout means it will go to see undo checkout, removes the checked out version of the subject selected objects permanently from the repository. This results of loss of metadata. Would you like to continue? Yes, new changes will go. New changes will go. Whatever the new changes you've done today, those changes will go. Are you clear? Understanding? Are you clear, please? If you save, also not a problem. You save it. Yeah, you save it. You check out. You save, not save, no problem at all. You can revert back your new changes. You save, don't say I saved it. Yeah, I saved it. I saved it. You do how much ever you do the work you do today. It can go to the last. It can go to the all the new things will go. All the new things will go. Save. Now right click on it. Right click on it. Versioning. Undo checkout. Gone. Gone, please. Understanding? Are you clear? Everyone, are you clear? If one person done mistake in a mapping, another person can do changes. Yes, he can do it. No problem. He can check out with his name. He can do it. Yes, please. Did you understand? Check.